These are the parts you'll receive with the FS8500. A UV light with a BNC connector, a standard power cable for the FS8500, a laptop power supply and cable, a communications cable RS-232 to USB, a laptop, a microscope, and a boom. Right, this is how to assemble your FS8500. First you have your standard power cord. This end plugs in here, and this end goes into the outlet. Next you have your laptop, which requires a power supply, which plugs in on the side here, and this goes in the outlet. Next is your UV light with the BNC connector. Just a push and twist. You can just set that on the surface. Then the communication cable, which is RS-232, connects to the FS8500 here and into a USB port on the laptop. We also include a stand for the laptop to protect it from the chemicals on the table surface. It can be assembled here. The next step is to install the microscope, which slips in here, and tighten this screw down, hold it in. There's numerous adjustments, for example up and down, or release, move back and forth, so you can adjust this any way so desired. This is your intake valve, your level gauge, your pressure gauge, and your vent valve. To begin filling the tank, first open your intake valve and your vent valve, both all the way. Next, connect the supply hose from your main door. Tighten completely, but make sure you do not over tighten or you could strip the threads. On your main door, first open your pressure relief valve all the way. When your pressure gauge shows 5 psi G, then you can shut your pressure valve and open your main valve. Continue filling until the desired level is reached. If you're filling during a program run, it's recommended that you only open the input valve a quarter turn and fill to the 3/4 level. When the desired level is reached, turn off the valve on the main door. Next, disconnect your intake line. And close your intake valve and your vent valve. The FS8500 powers up with a flick of the switch in the back. At this point, you're ready to start your application. You can double click or select open. Your main screen will appear. Notice at the top of the screen there are multiple tabs. The concept behind this is for the centralized control of RMC sample prep products. If you have a standalone FS8500, the only 2 tabs you'll need are the FS8500 and the setup. And at this point you should see the chamber temperature and the sample temperature as valid values of what the machine is currently at. However, if these are 0, it means you don't have any communication between the FS8500 and the laptop. So to establish that communication, you can select the Setup tab here at the top, go into Serial Ports, and at this point you see we do have a COM port connected. However, in a case where you had no communication between the FS8500 and the laptop, you would see a none. To rectify that situation, simply select Auto Detect and it will be connected. Then you can return to your FS8500 control screen and you will have temperatures. To create a program, simply click on the FS8500 tab and then click on the Create Edit tab. This is your Create Edit screen. You can use this to create a new program. Simply click Create New, enter your program name, select OK, and the application will fill in default values for you, all of which are changeable. For this example, we'll set the step temperature at a temperature the machine is currently at. That way there will be no delay when we run this example as a program. There's always a delay for the temperature of the machine to reach the set temperature of the first step. And you can use Tab to go to the next field. You can change the time of the step using the time format with the colon. So again, Tab over. If you'd like to enter a chemical, you can do that here. And if you want notification and pause the program anytime during the step, you can enter that also at this point. And you have your choice of agitation during this step or polymerization, or you can actually select both. For this example, we'll just turn them both off. Up here is the standby temperature. You can set this and the machine will maintain this temperature until you start the program or turn it off. The set program wait time allows the program to run at a certain temperature before the first step actually starts. And then at the bottom you have the total number of steps and the total time and an approximate completion date when the program will finish. Alright, let's go to the control screen now and run the program. As you can see, the program selection box here, your program's already selected because you just configured it. Once you select your program, the graph in yellow is now the values in your program. Of course, this is not a realistic program. We have changed the first step temperature here to match what the machine is currently at so we don't have any delay when we run it. As your program runs, you will see the actual temperature in green starting here, the first point, and then continuing on across the graph in real time. So you'll have a yellow target line and a green actual line as the program runs. This is the program status window, either standby, running, or pause. This is the step indicator. Right now, of course, we're not running the program, so there's no step, but it will tell you whether you're at a ramp or if it's the first ramp, second ramp, or soak, first soak, second soak, etc. Here are your control buttons, start and cancel. Once you press start, you'll have the option of pausing. So this button will change to a pause, and then once you pause it, it'll go to continue, and you can select continue and it'll go back to running. Here's your temperature unit selections. You have centigrade, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. This is your doer alarm. As the volume goes down, this blue line will also recede, and once it gets to a low point, this alarm will turn red and also sound an audio alarm. Here's how you can turn the chamber light on and off manually, even though you may have already selected it for the step. And that's all there is to it. Agitation also, you can turn that on. And you can hear the agitation running in the background. And polymerization, if you want your UV light to come on, you could select that too here manually. And as I said before, this can be selected for the step in the configuration screen, which we already did. Here's your time indicators, total program time, total step time, elapsed and remaining for your program and your step. And your approximate completion, which is also real time, so as the program runs, it'll tell you the approximate time that the program will finish. Okay, let's start the program. It's reaching the target temperature. Of course, with this example, that shouldn't be very long. This is the program indicator box telling you that the program is ready to start. It also has the audio alarm with it. Once you click OK, the program will begin to run. Anytime during a program run, when an event occurs that requires your attention, a notification box will pop up and an audio alarm will sound. These will remain until you click OK. Okay, now you can see your first temperature value has appeared on the screen in green. This will continue as a line across the graph as the program runs. Once again, the yellow is your target, and green will indicate where the program is currently running. And one note for the final program finish indicator is even though you click OK that the program is finished, it will continue to run and maintain the current temperature until you actually cancel the program. Okay, well, this screen gives you a graphical overview of the process as it runs real time. By selecting the Detail tab, the Detail screen will show you the numeric values as the program progresses real time. At the top of the screen is the program information. At the bottom of the screen is the step information. Now by selecting the Report tab, and your current program is running, it gives you the information as the program runs real time. Each step is broken into 8 segments, and at the end of each segment a temperature and time value is recorded and stored in the database, and that's what you see here. Each report will show you the program name, the date and time, the program status, the step information, and then the temperatures, target, chamber, and sample, plus the chemical agitation and polymerization for that step is also recorded.